I'm Jonah. And I'm Jenna from Jenny's Homestead. We're Homestead Homies, and you're watching Off Grid with Doug and Stacy.
Hey guys, thanks for the intros. They're just totally awesome. Doug and I just got back from the Baker Creek Spring Planting Festival, and spring is in the air and so is spring cleaning. So today I want to bring you along for some healthy, holistic type cleaning products that I use all the time. And these are the ones that are tried and true. I tried a lot when we were trying to get the toxins out of our life, you know, and make things as natural as we can. And these have worked the best. And I've tried a lot of different variations, and these have been my favorites that I use all day long. All right, first one I'm going to do is just a general cleaner that I use. And I just get orange peels, so you can save them. Now let's say you don't have a lot of orange peels. So a way you can do it, let's say you had 1 orange or 2 oranges, and that's all you got. Put them in your jar, and you can put them in a quart-sized jar, put them in a 2-quart or half gallon. Make sure you're not using plastic because we're going to put the vinegar to it and that leaches. So just make sure you're using glass. And then you're going to use your vinegar and just cover up the peels, just like that. All right, and then if that's all you got, go ahead and put your lid on it, and then just put it and let it set for a couple weeks, and then you can strain it through, and then that's what you would use. But if you do have more, and what I would do as it goes on, if you eat an orange every other day, every day, you can mix lemon with it if you want to. You can do limes. The citrus is just really good for cleaning. So I'm going to put all these in here to the very top. And then I'm going to just cover it up with the water. And this is just going to be my basic cleaner. I'm going to push them down there really good. And then I'm going to fill it up with vinegar. And you can use apple cider vinegar too. And then I put it away for my 2 weeks. And then after the 2 weeks, I'll bring it back and I'm going to strain it. When I strain it, and here's the cool thing, I like to use glass bottles too. I use the nozzles, the spray nozzles that you get, like this, and they fit perfectly. These little Pellegrino bottles are wonderful because they're longer and they're lighter. They're not quite as heavy as some of the bottles, and I really like these. So I put my solution into my bottle, and then I have a nice squirt bottle that I can use to clean the counters, you know, clean if I have a mess or whatever, if I'm out in the chicken coop or whatever. These are great. Okay, the Bragg's bottles for the apple cider vinegar work very well too, but honestly, I really like the longer neck bottles. Any of the glass bottle waters that you find will work good, but just make sure they're not too heavy so you know you don't get tired when you're using them. But this one seems to work really good. I really like this one. Okay, so now the second cleaner I'm going to do, and it just depends on your taste or what you like when you're cleaning and the smells. I got some fresh rosemary, and then here's some lemons. And now these aren't just the peels. I have the whole thing because I just got done doing another batch of fermented lemonade. I will link that above. You guys check it out. It is so wonderful and yummy tasting and good for you. And I did a video just a little while ago on that. So I used my lemon peels from that, and I'm just going to mix it in because you got your rosemary, it's antibacterial, the lemon, it's just another great way to add a different type of cleaner. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here. I'm going to fill this up with my vinegar, and I'm going to let it set a couple weeks, and then I'll strain that out, and I'll have 2 cleaners. I'll have the orange cleaner, and then I have the rosemary lemon cleaner. Okay, so these are my 2 favorites. All right, so here's my 2 cleaners. If you have the plastic lids like this, they do work better because the vinegar will start, you know, rusting this on top. Sometimes I might put a little piece of plastic over it so that it doesn't rust the top, but the plastic works the best. So once this is done, make sure that when you get your bottle, like this is already done, you want to put 50% of it, your vinegar solution that you just made with either your lemons or your oranges, and then 50% water. So you're just going to dilute it 50-50. So water, vinegar. And this is what I use to clean. Right? So let's say this is gonna last you a long time. It's pennies on the dollar to make. So what I do with this, I just leave this in the back room and then I'll pour it out when I need it, and I do my 50-50, 50 water, 50 vinegar solution. And then what I'll do is whenever I have lemons or oranges, I'll just keep pushing it down on it and putting more in there. And it's sort of like the gift that keeps on giving. You know, I just keep using it and using it and using it. Okay, so here's your little bonus. I'm going to give you a glass cleaner. When I first started doing the glass cleaner, I tried to do the lemon and I did it with the vinegar. And I mean, I tried and it just never worked. It was never right until I used one ingredient, and that was arrowroot powder. We will link this above. Doug and I did a couple videos, I think, on arrowroot powder, or arrowroot. But arrowroot powder is the key ingredient when you're making your glass cleaner, because glass, from when I was doing my research, glass really isn't totally smooth. So you know, like a lot of times you do your homemade glass cleaners and it's just kind of streaky and it just doesn't go. It's not so smooth. So when you put this in with it, it kind of gets into the grooves and it wipes so much cleaner. Now, if you don't have arrowroot powder, this is more of a kind of a little bit more natural. You can use cornstarch. I don't have cornstarch here, so I use the arrowroot powder instead, but you could use cornstarch, non-GMO. And all you need is your bottle, okay, your squirt bottle, and a funnel. And then on the glass cleaner, I'm going to be a little more specific. I would rather use distilled water, or if you're going to use water from your well, from your tap, whatever, I would boil it to get rid of all the stuff in it, so that when you use it on your glass, it'll be a little cleaner. So here is 2 cups of my distilled water, okay? And then I'm going to go add a nice tablespoon of the arrowroot powder. Alrighty. And then I'm going to mix it up. So get that in there, and I'm going to go ahead and put my lid on it, and I'm going to shake it up really, really good. And then I'll put my remaining ingredients in there. And then, once that is shaken up, I'm going to put in about 1/4 of a cup of vinegar. And then from the 1/4 of a cup of vinegar, and this is optional, okay? I find that I get a nice, better shine with it with the alcohol. So if you don't want to put the alcohol in it, you don't have to, but it will be a little shinier. And then I'll do 1/4 a cup of the alcohol. All right. Now I know people want it, you can put essential oils in there if you want to. You don't have to. You know, people sometimes say I don't like the smell of the vinegar. Well, it does dissipate. Once you spray it, the vinegar smell does go away. But you can put, if you want to put, you know, lavender oil in or lemon oil, you can do whatever you want. And then here you go. Just make sure before you use it, shake it, and then you're just going to go ahead and spray, you know, on your glass, and then just wipe it down. All right? Simple, easy. I mean, homemade, pennies on the dollar. I mean, you can't beat it. And I especially have liked it since you find that these squirting nozzle tops work great in many, many different size bottles. And I just reuse these because, you know, recycle, reuse is our little principles here at the homestead. All right, when you're cleaning the windows, I just want to make one more point. Make sure you use, I really like these old flour sacks or cheesecloths. They work really well. I know the microfibers work really, really well. They are very, they don't have streaks at all. And I do use those a lot too. But use those when you're cleaning your windows. But I just want to bring you guys some ideas that you can use that are non-toxic, chemical-free, just to help you, you know, get the toxins out of your life. Doug and I are trying so hard to do that because that's what we've been trying to do over the years and tried some of these different recipes. So this is a very frugal way to make all your household cleaners. So check it out. Maybe put some pictures on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Let us know that you guys are doing this stuff too. We really, really appreciate it so very much. But you can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. This is Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, and I'm Stacy, and I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. You might want to check out these videos.
And if you want to become a Homestead Homie, click the picture of us below.
We will see you tomorrow.